Hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast. It is the fifth one, and today I've got on my left Ahmed, the boy. On our right, we got the stalker thing, aka Connor. On the bottom right, we got our boy Jack, and our special guest today is Adham. Welcome, Adham, to the podcast.
Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Okay,
No
Adham,
worries, my
please
G.
introduce
All right,
yourself, say your
so
age, your name, your likes.
yeah, give us your info.
All right, start off. My name is Adham, Egyptian born, living in UAE.
Big up my
Uh,
muscly gang.
yes, mustard gang. I'm 17. Fucking hate school. Wish I could just die. And yeah, that's practically about me. I make music. I like playing games, and I've known two of these fuckers here for around a year now. I've known Jack more. Ahmed, I've known you for almost a year now.
Gang, gang, gang.
Yeah, gang, gang.
Big
Alright,
gang. All right, how
awesome.
this is gonna work? So first, we're gonna ask you like most likely, and we're just gonna ask you simple discussions. We're gonna go into a knowledge test. We're gonna give you a list of 5 rappers. We want you to rank them, and then we're gonna go into more heavy discussions. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, from what you know of us, who is most likely to get kicked out of the cinema?
To get kicked out of the cinema,
Yeah.
that would be you, my boy. Because
That'd
I know
be
you,
me.
yeah, I know you can pull some random shit in the cinema that would just make you get kicked out easily. I don't know,
Okay,
just
what would it be though? What would it be?
like yelling out poop jokes or some shit. Because I know you do that, you just instantly get yeeted.
That's Ahmed, bro, and you know it. He went to
Bro,
the
I
cinema
remember.
one time.
Yeah, when I was in Dubai, me and Ahmad, bro, we were like together, we were just clowning the whole time. And Jack was there like, man, come on, y'all gotta be quiet, man. What the fuck, bro?
Oh, everybody was staring like they were so fucking dead in the eyes.
The movie was
No.
trash anyway, bro. I don't see why they were
The movie
complaining.
sucked.
What did you watch?
I forgot which
I
movie
forgot
it
what
was.
it's
Do you
called. Yeah,
remember?
that's how shit it was.
So good it is.
I think it was like Driver. I think it was. It was like with
Yeah,
an
some
Indian guy
Indian
and
guy.
Batista.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
Trevor. Yeah, I remember. That's the first time I saw you.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
We walked back and we were like,
Did these dudes talk so much during that?
Yeah, yeah, that was so weird.
All right, so I wanted to go into our first discussion. Why and when did you begin making music?
ooh.
When and why did I make music? Okay, first I started making music in January of 2019, so almost a year and a half now. The reason I started wanting to make music because I just love listening to music, and I just thought one day, like, why not just try to get into music production? And I've been
So,
enjoying it a
what kind of
lot.
music do you push?
I'd like to push into the hard dance music, like ones that go above 150 beats per minute and more, because that's what I like in myself. But I'd also like to go other genres as well, like rap, bass house, trap, progressive house, other stuff. General
Mhm.
mainstream EDM.
So, would you say there's anything that makes you connect so much with music that you would go out of your way to kind of do it, or to, I guess, proceed to do it as a really strong hobby?
Yeah, I would say as a stronger because I see myself putting out a piece of myself in sounds and expressing my feelings and stuff I have inside in sounds because it's much better to do music if you can't find the words to say what you're feeling. You get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I get you. I get you.
Mm.
So, would you say there's anything, any moment within during your music making hobby or just your, I'd say hobby or career, just in the process of making music? Is there any particular moment where you felt really motivated to do it, or is there any particular moment where you really said, "I could really, really, prove
Hmm.
myself in this field and really just go out and be the best I can be"?
Yeah. I think it comes down to like when I'm in a sound design session, like I'm just messing around in my music program and I just mess around with
Mhm.
the plugins I have there. I just scroll around, just playing with some knobs and some numbers and stuff, and I get some interesting outcomes. Yeah.
Playing with the knobs.
Homie said playing with knobs.
Knobs.
Aye, bro.
No, but for
But
real though, that
what's the main you'd say music programs that you use?
Music programs. I like using Fruity Loops Studio because it's a popular choice, and also it's a
The
really
Home of
really
Soldier Boy.
easy. Yes, the homie
Yeah,
Soldier Boy.
respect that.
Yeah,
Like Fruit Loops.
but yeah, I think it's like one of the easiest programs to start out producing music with and getting familiar with. So, and I've been using it a lot, so now I just know my way around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Would you say you can make I say music on any platform as long as you're kind of comfortable with it, or you kind of manipulate it in your own way?
You can make music any way you want. There's no rules, there's no limitations to it. But just like don't force yourself to do something that you want to impress people. It's just do something that you would like to do because if you just drag yourself into what people want, you'll just end up getting frustrated with it and you'll hate yourself for it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, is there any three, I guess, projects that you really want to work on at the moment, or is there like anything you want to go forward with? Let's just say like kind of quarantine ends, and hopefully it does. I was just gonna say, is there anything you want to go out and do in music?
In music, I particularly just want to improve my skills, get my ears right in hearing what's right, what's wrong in here, and just getting more experience with it. And I would like to get a new PC because I fucking hate my Macs.
Fuck Max. All my
That's
homies
a
hate Max.
trash.
Exactly.
Yo, Adham, can you join us in saying fuck Max? All my homies hate Max. So,
Yes.
fuck Max.
Fuck Max.
Fuck
All my
Max.
homies hate Max.
Everyone
All my
All
hates
homies
my
hate
homies
Max.
Max.
hate Max.
Fuck
All
Max.
my
Facts.
homies hate
Max is
Max.
trash.
There we go.
Oh god.
All right. So yeah, is there any genres or like skills you're really looking forward to getting into in the future, or like improving on? Because I remember there was a brief period you wanted to really go into synthwave because you
Yeah, the
really got
synth.
influenced by the weekends kind of production as well.
Mm-hmm. There's drum and bass that I want to get into because I love drum and bass. It's quite an energetic genre to get into, and I would like to get into future bass because it's one of those like dreamy type of genres that you would like to express yourself with. Something in like Porter Robinson, Madian style type of tracks, also some holo, and I would like to also get into mainstream EDM as well, just as a hobby. Maybe I could sell like ghost tracks and such if I get better at
Ooh.
my skills. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thinking about the future and that.
All
yeah.
right. So Ahmed, do you have any other questions that you want to
Yeah, I got some
bring up?
more casual questions here. So,
Hey.
Okay.
question we've been asking a lot on this podcast is, what's your opinion on the 6ix9ine situation?
My opinion on the 6ix9ine situation. I'm kind of conflicted on that actually, because at one side, I just want to say that he's a complete snitch and rat and such like that. And then the other side is like, yeah, he made a mistake. Just you don't have to always point to the mistake on the person. I mean, whatever happened just happened.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
kind of conflicted on whether I should be on this side or this side. So
Can I
yeah.
say we've had different answers for every person we've asked that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. The
That's
different interpretations you
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
exactly.
Um. So I wanted to give you a quote of the day, and I want you to tell me what you think of the quote. Of
Mhm.
course, I take moments of history and especially what taken from the kind of topic that the person enjoys. So I wanted to give this really introspective quote into music, and I think,
Mhm.
in my opinion, this was a great moment. So my quote of the day for you, SM, is Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Now, I want you to say, as someone who's very heavily influenced and heavily invested into the world of music, what did that mean to you? That moment, that spark that came out of that quote.
I mean, if you
Because
say
there's a
those
lot to
words,
digest, isn't it? Really.
yeah. I
Just
mean, it isn't really to digest if you want to make it like a successful type of pop hit or a rap hit, just have simple words, just have simple rhythms, and you're just gonna make it, honestly.
beautiful, beautiful.
Uh,
Okay, so Ahmed, any other discussions you want to bring up
And the
before we go into
discussion.
the next most likely?
What was your school life like? What was your shit like? Yeah,
School
what
life.
was it like? Because we ain't really in school right now. Because you said at the start that you hated school, so what's up with
Yeah.
that?
mm,
Yeah, about that. So since I moved to Dubai, I just I don't know, I didn't feel like at the same at all. I just miss my friends
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
met
I
me and
did
it
so
was
there.
like, fucking hate this
Nah,
shit.
nah, nah,
Oh,
nah. You guys are cool. It's just I just don't know. I don't feel like I belong in the school life anymore. I just don't want to be in that type of you know,
So
Environment.
area
Yeah,
at all.
exactly.
Yeah.
okay, so what I kind of want to branch off of this is kind of school life, I guess, because I don't go to your school, but I kind of grew up in a similar environment to you. And
Mhm.
other people, well, Ahmed had some experience here, and then other people would not have the same experience. So, what is school life? We'll go into more detail about the groups within it and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and further on. But I want to say school and as an establishment in your environment. What do you think of it, or think of ways that it can improve, or just how it is in general?
Mm. Well, I would first improve the way education is now because I feel like it's still the same way it has been for many, many, many decades. And I feel like that way just doesn't work anymore because right now in our developed world, we are just moving ahead with the future and such. So I think a massive change needs to happen in the education system in order for, you know, students to be happy with this educational life and they can grow up out of it with a positive outcome. You know what I mean?
So, what changes would that include? Because you said it was talking about
Yeah.
developing the education system around the generations that will move forward.
hmm Yeah. The first change I would consider changing is the
Getting rid of Chrome MacBooks, like those Chromebooks. They give you experience.
Fuck Chromebooks. They're
Uh,
garbage.
Chromebooks, I believe, in my opinion, is the biggest backwards human technology has ever had. Since well, the first guy lost the first wheel. You know, he rolled it down. He was like, "Gotta
yeah,
make another one." You know what I mean? Ever since that, there's been no other backwards moment in history. But now
that's
with
true.
Google Chromebooks, we've
That's even worse.
been a setback. It's been a setback.
Fuck Chromebooks.
But generally speaking, how would you kind of change it for people, the next generations to come?
I would change it. Make education more interactive because I feel like you're just reading a book and you're just trying to revise for a test. That's really not gonna help anybody in any way. Just gonna make them more depressed, more stressful, more anxious. That gives them a really bad like outcome where they'll have to like sit and do everything. That's just not a way to go with. I feel like going interactive, like making the students interact with each other, doing
Mhm.
activities together, that will prove them a lot, and they'll just have a better positive outcome in educational life, in my opinion.
So
Facts.
where would you
that's
start this?
true.
Would you start this in I'd say the foundational period of education as well as higher education, or where would this kind of, where do you think this should be going throughout the education system? So
I got you.
from kindergarten to university.
Mm. Yeah, I got you. I would go first with middle school actually, because I feel like kindergarten already has those covered.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think
Yeah,
elementary and middle school would be the good start to with because I know high school is already stressful enough to handle because of all the work that you're being given.
yeah.
So if you want to make sure to cope with the stress of high school, you would firstly want to make sure that you had an interactive life in your elementary and middle school life in order to be like ready for the high school work that you're going to be receiving and such.
Yeah.
Because in my experience, I went into the middle school like 2 years, I think 4 years ago. It was really bad. I didn't do that well until like 2 years later. I just started to get my things in together,
Yeah.
started to become better.
Because like
Yeah.
I think the transition between primary and secondary is like the hardest shit. Because you
Yeah,
go from
Yeah.
being like handheld in like everything you do to like, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want now, bro.
I
yeah,
felt that same way during, I guess if I was in the American system, it'd be the junior years of high school into the senior years, where I believe like you're not exactly handheld within your junior years, but I do feel like there is a bit of hand holding, there is a bit of simplicity to it. And then as
Yeah.
soon as you go into your senior years, it's the transition is really different. And I guess for some people they they do really well with that coping mechanism in terms of switching to that transition. But a lot of students, even some really good ones, really fall short in the end product because of
Yeah.
that transition and how it's
hmm
not eased. So yeah,
Because I think with like the British education system or whatever, the year 7 to GCSE's transition is actually pretty good because they tell you from the start, they're like, right, you're gonna have to pick your shit eventually. So figure
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
what you like and then pick that shit. So they make that very clear from the start, which is good. I don't know the American system, never done it, but I don't think they do that.
I don't think. Yeah, the American system. I don't think they have a choice. I think they just they don't.
Yeah.
They yeah.
So I've had multiple discussions with people within America, outside of America, doing the very same systems. Adham here is doing IB, I believe, correct?
Yeah, that is
Now,
true.
I want you. What is the differences between the traditional American system that usually depends state, on depends on the different states and if it's an international American
Mhm.
curriculum, and what's the differences between that and IB?
Okay. But I would like to start saying that I had experience with the American system for almost 10 years. So I
Yeah.
kind of know my ins and outs with the American system, but the IB, that was a really, really, really big sudden transition for me because going from someone that knows how to just revise for stuff, put it in the test, and then off you go. That's it. In IB, it shocked me and it shocked my parents a lot as well that you had to be able to research stuff, understand stuff, and make sure to apply it to everything you know in your life. And I was like, that this is mind-boggling because I just at some point I really, really just wanted to leave the IB a lot
Yeah.
at the beginning, like my first year of IB, it was so bad because I just complained to my parents, I really want to leave IB, I want to really leave IB. But at some point, I just said, let me try to understand even more because I already made like good friends there. I
Yeah.
just didn't
Yeah.
want to leave them and then start getting new ones because like there's no point. I already established with them, I connected with them, I hang out with them a lot.
Exactly.
So they were like, I think that was one of my main reasons why I stayed because of my friends. And then through that, I got myself into the IB very well, quite okay. First year was really bad. Second year, I kind of improved myself, put myself in high gear, so
Yeah.
went through well. But I think the third year was the year that I realized I should never, never, never procrastinate because that was a really big mistake. I really, that's like one of the biggest mistakes an IB student can make. It's like, I just wanted to kill myself at that point. It was so bad.
But I
Um,
think in like
So
school, that
yeah.
friends can make or break an experience.
Yeah.
that is very true.
I
And
think
for
having a
this,
supportive system. So,
mm,
is there any friends you would say that would have given you that supportive experience? Because I know one friend that definitely did. I'd say within earlier years would have been Jad.
Shout out, Jed.
Jad,
Jad.
yeah. But the thing is, Jad didn't like for the time that Jad stayed. I only had him for like 1 year, and then he left. And then for the next two
Yeah.
years, I was in IB. He was in number school, but
Mm.
Jad was like really, really helpful. Man supported me since the beginning.
Shout out Jad.
Yes, shout out Jad.
Shout out, Jed. Shout out,
Jad.
Jed.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it was really like my friends that really held me in together to keep myself together and just not end up myself in a dumpster or some shit. So
Yeah. So, do you think? Where do you think you would like to progress with the education system? Because you said, is this your final year of IB or is it next year your final year?
next year is my final IB year.
So, if there's any significant changes, would you like to make those changes, or do you think you're progressing in a stable environment? Or if you want to make changes, what would you do?
I would definitely want to make changes. Yeah, like I
Okay.
first mentioned, I wanted to make it interactive, but secondly, I wanted to make sure that uh, that teachers, especially teachers, because this is something I have been noticing a lot, and that teachers don't really like to, uh, I don't know, they don't support so much into the students. They do support them. I see it sometimes, but it's not as that deep support as you would see from like a parent. Because
Yeah.
Okay.
if teachers, 'cause this is the thing, because if teachers do the same thing like parents do, trust me, I think a lot of kids would would have a lot of positive outcome in their
Yeah.
educational life.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All
So
right, cool.
let us move on to the next segment.
Let's move
We're
on.
gonna hit you over most likely, and then we're gonna go into the quizzes before we continue further discussion. So,
Let's go.
who do you think is most likely out of us to join the Ku Klux Klan? and why?
Ku Klux Klan and why?
The Cool Kids Club, the official,
The Cool
the
Kids
OGs.
Club.
Cool Kids Club, yes. No idea, honestly. But if I had to pick, I think it would be you, Jack.
Why me? Why me?
Because you're the one with the most racist jokes.
Mm,
I mean, I
racist.
could
Bro,
say-
you haven't met some
Exposed.
of the people I know, bro.
I mean, I could say Carlson, but he's not in the call, so you're the closest one.
Awesome.
It's too racist, man. It's too racist.
All right, okay. So I do so we'll do a quick knowledge test. We sort out the questions based on the person. So you ready? Jack Ran, I want you to get the 1 minute timer, and we'll just compare your scores with others, and we'll have like a good points tally at the end of this whole season. You
It's
ready?
1 minute time
Alright,
already.
let's see.
All right, high energy. Ready, Adham?
Yes.
Let's do this.
Let's go.
Okay, get ready, get ready. So in this minute, I'm going to ask you a question. You have to quickly give me the answer. If you don't know, say you don't know, and we'll move on to the next one. Ready?
Yeah.
3,
Okay.
2, 1, go.
At what age did Avicii die?
28.
Okay, next question. What is the average BPM of a rap beat?
140.
What is the worst thing about Rails?
Chamax.
What is the price of Discord Nitro? $5 or $10?
$10.
Which one has more streams in total? Sicko Mode or Alan Walker's Faded?
Alan Walker's Faded.
Okay, time's up. Time.
Alright, it was 41 seconds. That is, I think, a
Damn.
record.
But is that
Yeah.
when I said finish? Is that when I said finish?
No, when you finish the question.
Okay, thank you. So, let's see this. Let's see the answers. You ready?
Yeah.
At what age did Avicii die? 28. You were correct.
Oh my god, that's 1 point. There you go.
1 point.
Love
1 point.
Avicii.
What is
Got
the
it, my boy.
average BPM of a rap beat? 90 to 100 BPM. So not
Ooh.
140.
That
Oh,
makes sense.
second one.
What is the worst thing about Rails? I wrote Kids or Chumucks. So well done. You got a point there. What is the price of Discord Nitro? $5 or $10? It is $10. Correct.
There you go. It's
I mean, it's
3.
both,
And
but sure.
which one got more streams, Sicko Mode or Alan Walker's Faded? And the answer was Alan Walker's Faded.
Wow.
So you got that.
You are the
Sicko Mode
first
had
person.
800 million streams in total, but
Mhm.
Alan Walker's Faded had 1 billion. So,
Billion.
That's
Oh
Christ.
my god. So far,
done.
you are the only person that's ever had 4 right. So you are top of the
Yeah.
there you
leaderboard
go.
right
So
now.
4 out of 5
the
in around
leaderboard.
40 seconds.
Top of the leaderboard, beating Khalifa and
Thank
Karam.
you.
So congratulations.
Well done.
There you go.
There we go.
Nut.
Okay, so I'll give you a list of 5 rappers, and you have to hit me with just remember the names in your head, and then just tell me where you would place them on the list of the top 5. Okay.
All right.
So remember these names in your head:
Mhm.
Drake, ASAP Rocky,
Mhm.
Travis Scott,
Mhm.
Tyler the Creator, and Kendrick Lamar.
Okay,
You got
makes sense.
a good list.
Okay, so think about it, and we'll start with 5 being the worst, and then 1 being the best.
Yeah.
So if you could just
Okay.
hit us with, you remember the names, just have a good think about that, and
Yep.
yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Who do you think out of those is the worst?
Drake.
Anyway,
Go!
okay.
His list is already better
Yeah,
than Khalifa's.
you will be given VIP access to the podcast whenever you want. Thank you so much. Okay, cool.
It's just too generic for everyone. It's fucking generic.
Yeah, Drake is mediocre as shit. Okay,
Fuck
so
Drake.
who do you think is number 4?
Number 4, I would put. I'll put Travis Scott.
Karam's gonna be
alright.
mad. Karam's gonna be mad.
Karam's gonna be mad.
Love him.
3.
3, I would put. ASAP Rocky.
Okay.
Ball. Fuck
2.
you, man.
There's 2 more left. Let's see.
2. Travis Scott. No, wait, no, I already said Travis Scott. What the fuck? Kendrick Lamar, sorry.
And
All
there's
right, so
number
your list would
2.
go 1 being the best and 5 being the worst from Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, ASAP Rocky, Travis Scott, Drake. Thank you very much.
I like it.
That's a good list.
That's a good list.
That's a good
Yep.
list, bro. Oh god.
I definitely agree with the last option.
I agree with the
Definitely.
last option too.
Very much.
Begging. All right,
Fuck
okay.
Drake.
So we'll hit you with a fuck. Okay, Adham, would you like to join us? Fuck
Yes.
Drake.
Fuck Drake.
Drake.
Drake,
Fuck
fuck
Drake.
you, man. You ever see this
Fuck
fuck you,
Drake.
bitch?
Drake.
Fuck you, Drake.
Okay, thank you,
Alright,
Adham.
good.
So we'll hit you
Sure.
with most likely, and then we'll go into more in-depth discussion. And Ahmed would actually like to ask a question when we finish
Yes.
the most likely.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
Yes.
who is the most likely out of all of us to die without children?
To die without what?
Children.
Children. I think that would be me.
No, out of us, my G, out of us.
Out of us.
Also, you'll have many children, Mama. Don't worry.
You have a big Arab family.
Big Arab.
Can I say Connor? Because Jesus died without any children.
Facts. Connor.
Facts.
You know what?
Facts.
Good one.
Yeah.
All
right, bet. I'm agreeing with that. So,
Connor,
Ahmed,
I'm really
your
sorry if I
next
hurt your
question.
feelings. I didn't mean it.
Bang it.
Okay. Next question.
Next question.
What's your opinion on your girl having an OnlyFans?
Boom.
This is a question a lot of people have to think about.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
There's some politics, man. There's some politics.
I'm sorry, Connor. OnlyFans. Huh, that's an interesting one.
So your girl, your baby moms.
Wow,
having
baby
an
mama.
OnlyFans.
I would. I would actually not agree with that at all. Because
The fuck with it? Why not?
I mean, you already have a man. Why would the fuck would you want to share your body more on social media? What the fuck?
But you gotta think about the potential to stack dough. The bread
Because at the
that
end of the
comes
day,
with
you hitting
OnlyFans.
it. You're hitting it for free, and they looking at it for like
They gotta pay.
bucks.
So if your girl gonna spoil you with that OnlyFans money, who's really winning?
Facts.
I mean, I get you, but is it really worth the money to expose your body? Come on, you're already in a relationship. Don't make it worse for yourself.
True. It's
Because
good
that does
size.
actually make things awkward.
Yeah.
That
It's
is
good
that's-
size.
Because your
coming
homie
from
could pull up and he could be like, "Yo, I saw your girl naked, girl."
Yeah.
That's such an
Unsubscribe
Ahmad
to-
awesome type video. Shout out Ahmad awesome.
And subscribe to our OnlyFans.
All right, so
That was a good answer.
that was a good answer. All right, let us hit with the more. So, I'll hit you with the fourth and second last most likely before we go into it.
Before
Who
we
is the
restart
most
the call,
likely
you
out of
mean.
all of us to join the army?
To join the army.
Yeah.
I feel like Ahmed would be the most ready to join the army.
Why is that?
I don't know. This
He
motherfucker
wants-
seems too tough.
You want to experience
He sounds
more and
like-
more things in real life.
Ahmed's the toughest.
Let's go.
That's interesting, bro. Interesting.
No, I want to see Connor's reaction. Connor, what's your reaction to this?
On that note, I'll restart the call now. Give me a sec.
Oh yeah, I
Alright,
didn't realize.
see you guys
bro.
in the next call.
Yeah. We'll be back.
Part 2. Peace.
Hello all. This is another message from our sponsor, us. God, don't you just love listening to these 1 hour long podcasts that we put our time and effort in to get some real cool people. We're already on our 5th podcast. We are grinding out, bro. We are putting out, I think this week we're putting out 2 to 4 podcasts. So be sure to hit a subscribe, bro. We're almost at 20 subs. We're sitting at 11 right now, so we're gonna hit 20 subs by the end of the week. You guys have made our month, alright, bro. We're gonna do some special stuff. So please consider subscribing. We do really put our heart and soul into these videos and with the questions, and we gotta get people on it. It's real hard, but just for your guys' entertainment. So if you've got a backup account, get yourself on the backup account. we gotta get these subs going. But very shortly, we'll be going back into it now. So if I wait for my response to get invited back in, that'd be great. And is my G gonna let me back in? Oh, there you go. Here we go. Coming back in the call, baby. Alright, thanks
What's up,
guys
Adham?
thanks.
All right, Jack Ryan's back in the building. What's good, guys?
Alright, okay. Where were we?
Where were we? Okay, so he answered the second last most likely, and now let's get ready to go into the further discussions. So we talked about school, you talked about music. Now,
Yeah.
I just want to see, let's go into a more, I was going to say positive subject. I was going to say woman, and then we'll move on to something else. So, thoughts on woman. Okay, now we have to put this into different topics. So, Ahmed, can you split those topics for me, please?
Okay, so we have women, your experiences with women, what you think about women, and I don't know, we need a third one. Someone else come up with a third one.
Jack Ryan?
Women's rights. What do you think of
women's rights? Okay.
Okay. You know what? We'll talk about. What do you want to find in a beautiful woman?
Yo,
Shout
dream
out
girl.
to our Bubba.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to the last topic. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So, what are your experiences with women in general?
Yes.
With women,
In general.
Does my mom count? Cause I fucking love my mom. Gotta love your mom, man.
Yeah,
shout out
to my mom.
Much love, man. You raised a beautiful boy. Thank you.
Exactly. Look at him, bro.
But yeah, for real though, my experience with women, I don't know. It's just
on a friendship level, and then like we'll say a deeper level. You right?
Yeah. Right.
So on a friendship level.
Friendship level, I'm actually quite fine with some women. Friends with a couple of girls, and
you can say names if you want to. It just depends on you. So do you want to say any names?
Well, the names.
No second names, just first.
Yeah, the names aren't really like particularly familiar with you guys, so I will exclude it. But they're really fun to talk to. They're quite memeable, so we just meme around a lot as well.
Yeah,
that's the funnest thing. That's a really fun thing about women. When they know how to meme with you. That's always a nice positive, to be honest with
you. Yeah.
Vibing.
Of course.
That is true.
Great vibes.
Great vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great vibes and Karam.
Great. Oh, I feel so bad for his ex now.
Okay, actually, yeah. Okay, so based on that experience, so you've seen me, split from my ex, and then you've seen Karam split with his ex, and then you've seen Ahmed, and then so I just want to get your take on relationships as a whole. So what do you think makes a relationship works in comparison to when it doesn't?
I mean, I think a relationship would work if both sides didn't have to worry about their loyalty, they didn't have to question or doubt their loyalty, because that's one aspect I've seen a lot of people question a lot between the partners. And I feel like if you keep asking about their loyalty to them, that's just gonna drive them nuts, because you just keep ensuring them over and over again that you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do that, and that. So that's just gonna drive one of the partners insane to the point they'll just cheat because they can't take it anymore from the partner about asking, are you loyal? Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you see this person? Did you see that?
So would you say it's more about kind of communication and just being honest with one another?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That's one key that I would have to say being there is honesty. Honesty is just above all. If you're honest with your partner, then your relationship is good to go, honestly.
Yeah.
Ahmed, I know I want to touch Blueface's abs too.
Fair, man.
Exactly.
Hey man, Poppy's Poppy. It is
we gotta ask the classic question. What
Mhm.
is your opinion on FaceTiming girls?
Oh yeah.
I have
Jack
never
Curran.
done it, girls,
In
so
case you're wondering, here's our stance. I'm cool with it. Ahmed's like
Once in a while, it's good.
sometimes, yeah. Jack Curran is the antichrist of
Who?
FaceTime. Jack Curran
Sorry.
despises FaceTime
Who?
with a
We're
glowing
the
passion.
Antichrist.
If you try to FaceTime Jack Curran, good luck. You're not making it.
Bro, look
Like,
through all the podcasts. It's the same outcome with the same response. No, I don't like FaceTiming girls. FaceTime anyone
so
in
okay,
general is
what's
just
your idea
awkward.
of FaceTiming and
You
kind of
FaceTime me like every day.
Yeah, to wake you up to go to college. That's about it.
So what do you think of FaceTiming or video calling, like on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and then just not a? So yeah.
Well, to be honest, I don't really have any experience with FaceTiming girls because I just text and that's about it, or just communicate, say
Yeah,
hi
yeah.
and bye, and that's
Lucky
about it.
man, lucky man.
Well, I tell you,
No. But just generally
follow
speaking, like,
forever.
how would you think you would find it, like, if you were in that position now?
If I were in that position,
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it kind of boggling if it's every day. I mean, okay, I don't mind every day, but like, don't excess it, because excessiveness is gonna lead to boredom and insanity to the partner, to one of the partners. So I would just
Just
keep
have
it to a
some time
minimum
apart
of
in
like,
that. Yeah.
yeah. I think a minimum like 1 or 2 should be fine a day.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
man,
makes sense.
spitting facts. Yo, thank you. Oh my god. It gets
Jack Curran.
it gets
Bro, this
so
man's speaking
boring.
facts, my G. This guy's speaking facts, my G. You don't even care about an hour or 2 hours a day. Jack Curran's like 5 minutes most.
It might as well be, bro. I swear, I sit there for like 20 minutes and then it just goes silent and then I don't know what to say, so I'm up there waiting for them to respond and then they don't know what to say, so we're sitting there in silence, so like. And
Bro,
then
5 minutes to be like a hi,
That's why
hi,
you
bye,
have this
bye.
podcast, fam.
Maybe he's just not good at talking, bro.
I'm gonna talking to guys, girls sometimes, but just you can't have
He's
a
good
dry
at talking
combo.
to guys.
You can't have a dry.
Whoa,
You can't have a dry
No, if you
combo.
are like that, man, just be honest. We don't mind. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
we fuck with it, bro.
Yeah. So if you ever
Yeah,
had
yeah.
that kind of experience with a man, just, just let us know.
Ah, no, I ain't gay. But no, I just FaceTime a girl as a friend is fine, but like if you're talking to them, it can just it can go south quickly if you don't know what to say. It feels like a script. You gotta write a script on what to say. Bring up the conversation, the topics. Because I feel like when I'm sitting there and it gets awkward, I either have to make an
Babe,
excuse
I
to
really
go.
want to talk about my troubles. This wasn't in the fucking script. Fucking script, you stupid
No,
bitch. Okay.
remember last episode? No problems in the script.
Stick to the script and this will work. I might marry you, stupid bitch. Oh,
Wait, Adham, I got a question for you. You said that you make music, right? So
Yeah,
if
kinda.
do you produce songs? Is that what you do? Or you
Songs, no tracks, like EDM tracks.
okay? If you could like produce a track for your favorite artist, or who would it be? Who would you like to work with?
Oh, that's a really good question. I would like to work with a particular singer named Haleen. Her name is Kelly Sweet. She's a fucking amazing singer. I just love her voice so much, and her style of music as well is just like something I would like to work with as well. Not just also EDM. I could just work with pop music as well. Her voice is just so fucking good.
Oh,
Oh,
It's
hey,
just
shout
breathes
out
shout out,
on
Haleen.
you.
Helene.
Yeah,
Shout
Haleen.
out.
I'm right here. Damn.
Hit him up, hit him up. Hit out him up, Haleen. Shout
Oh
out Haleen.
Oh, and
yeah.
Jack as well. Why not?
Oh yeah.
Backup vocalist in the songs. Oh, Jack.
It's just like Haley singing, and it's like, just like starts fucking screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a spiritual miracle, lyrical miracle.
Oh, not this, bro. We didn't have no freestyle
Ahmed,
spin.
please stop freestyling, man. We've heard enough
I'm
of
gonna
it.
freestyle on your mom like your dog, like a diggity dog, up in the crib, gonna suck your dick. Wait, now.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
Hold up.
yeah.
What?
He does this all the time, don't worry.
I didn't say
Homo?
nothing wrong, bro. What you mean, hold up?
No homo?
Yeah, I'm gonna suck a dick up in the crib.
I've
No
been
homo.
broke so many
No
times.
homo.
There you go. That's good enough.
Socks on and everything, man. Full sex,
Nah.
alright?
Yes.
Socks on. All right,
Oh,
bet.
I got my socks on right now, cool.
Damn.
We can't really see them,
All
but I
right.
got them.
So next topic, or first, the last, most likely,
Boom.
most likely to have a lot of piercings on their body.
Piercings, huh? To be honest,
Not just piercings, but like just a lot of them.
a
Or
lot
weird
of
things.
Hey,
them.
not just piercings, but like a lot of piercings.
Oh, so it's piercings then.
A lot of piercings. I don't know. Just makes the person unattractive. It really
Yeah, you
does.
get along really well with Jack around.
Yeah.
But
well,
I'm saying who is the most likely to do it out of us four?
Yeah.
Oh, most
So
likely.
me, Connor, Ahmed, Chakran.
That's a good one. To be honest, I really don't know who would be most likely to do it, but I would choose Haran probably for it.
me?
Ooh, why?
Me?
I have no idea.
Just seem like the type Yanni Leafy's here.
Okay, Jack Haran liked this girl who had a piercing.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that he imagined. I was like, okay, you said you don't like piercings, so why do you like her? Then he was like, nah, bro, I just imagined that the piercing was like not there. And she had like a septum piercing.
Wow.
Jack Haran knows who I'm talking about. Jack probably knows who I'm talking about. Connor might. You know
Yeah.
her, Connor. She has a septum piercing. We hung out with her. And
Yeah,
now you
right.
know.
Not anymore. Once upon a time in
Yeah,
Hollywood.
once upon a time.
Once upon a time. Okay. Now, Tom, we are at the final discussions of the podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. So I want you to talk about just your life in general, your relationship with your friends, your family. So out of those two things, so out of your friend groups, who do you think are the people that kind of put the best you out there and are kind of people you really enjoy spending time with, and then the same with family, and then just say after that kind of what things you enjoy in life. So what are the things, what would be the ideal day? So hit it.
Hmm.
So we'll go
Okay.
with friends, family, go.
All right. So family. In fact, I love my family, man. They always support me in whatever fucking shit I do, and I'm really grateful to them. I still don't know how the fuck they hold up with all my shit.
What about your
Literally
brother, though?
any.
Shout out
My
Adham.
brother, he's a pain in the ass, but I love him still.
Aw.
It is what it is.
Shout out Adam.
Yeah, it
Big
is
up,
what it
big up.
is.
Adam's family.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, shout out to my family. They made me the best person in the world.
Shout out to my dad's sperm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy with my family. Friends, I'm
Alright,
just
so what,
grateful.
like, yeah.
Okay, I was just saying, like, if you want to ask a question, go ahead.
No, I'm cool. I was just gonna say, so like, would you say you have different friend circles, and how would you describe it? So do you have school friends and then friends outside of that?
Yeah, it's a good one. I don't like to have like a main friend group because I feel like
Yeah,
that just limits the amount of people that you would like to know, and you're just comfortable
yeah,
with all in one group. That's
that
something
makes
my dad is kind of discussed with me as well. Like try to make sure to have different communication with people so that to keep yourself, if you're mad at one group, you can just go to another group and talk with them for a while until things calm down with one group. You get what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah, I like to consider you guys like one of my most favorite group actually. Don't tell anybody. Yeah.
Oh,
So
what'd you say?
Huh?
what would I say? Huh?
Well, you're talking about family, right? Yeah. How's your mom? How's your dad?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. But for real though, you guys are just the fucking G's, honestly.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And about life in general, it's just I don't know. I just really hope I can find my way through life. I just don't want to
Yeah, man.
feel
What would
like
you say would be your ideal day? Are we talking Middlesex Park, sunshine, and you playing some music? Ahmed being there, me whooping his ass at basketball as always. Describe
Regular
that day.
shit,
So
normal shit.
pizza or kafaka? Pizza or kafaka?
both.
But like, come on, there's gotta be.
Okay.
No,
To be
no,
honest, I'll go for
kushari,
Kafka.
kushari.
Damn. All right, more of a chicken man. I get you.
Chicken is alpha. Chicken is alpha.
Chicken is alpha, bro. Chicken's
What do you think of
alpha.
their fries though? Because sometimes they soggy, but they kind of heat even though they soggy. So weird. Oh, we can't hear you at the moment, Adham.
Maybe we can't hear you. We're technical. Oh, we need the sign,
Tech-
Connor. We need the sign.
Technical difficulties, Connor. Rush in.
Go ahead.
It's his moment. It's his moment.
There you go.
There you go.
Now can
This-
you hear me?
We needed him.
There
on
you
We
go,
board.
can hear
there
you
you go.
now.
There we go. So yeah, I was like I said, KFC's the vibe in the park, man.
I remember that one time we were out at the park and we ordered KFC to the pool. Not KFC, Pizza Hut to the pool. That shit was good as fuck.
That's a great day.
Yeah.
And we may be able to recreate it. So how have you been dealing with quarantine so far? Are there any routines that you kind of follow? Like, I'll spend this much time at school and then I'll spend this much time doing music, or how has your kind of schedule changed due to it?
To be honest, I just go with the flow, to be honest with you. At first, I just started my day like normal school day. Finish
Yeah.
school, take a nap, because I get tired, because I would sleep very late, which is
Yeah. I think that was pretty much everyone's kind of initial
At the start.
schedule during quarantine, where they'd spend a lot of the times that they were like, I'd say afternoon time, sleeping it throughout. So, yeah, I definitely
Yes.
relate with you on that one.
Yeah. So I just after school I would just basically go to bed a bit, like 1-2 hours, and then I just wake up, do my homework, and would just go in Discord and talk with other producers that I'd like to talk to, because they have actually been helping me out actually a lot with improving my skills, to giving me
That's good.
feedback on where I can improve
good.
my production generally. So yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Wow. I want to say thank you so much for coming on
Wait,
the
no.
podcast.
My segment. Okay. Any shout outs you want to do? This is the shout out
Man,
segment.
it's
Shout
a
out
shout-out
anyone you
segment.
I
want
was gonna
shout
say
out right
this is the shout out segment.
Yes.
Shout out
Okay.
segment.
Okay, now
now. I do it
if
every
you
time.
want us
Shout
to
out.
put a link or a username or
Yeah.
any kind of
Any social
links that
media.
you want to have, please send it to Ahmed or Jack Haran, and we'll be
Yeah,
able to
we'll
put
put
that
it
within the
down below.
video.
Yeah.
But for now,
Okay.
just say who you want to shout out and message us later. So, who
All
are the
right.
main shout outs? First, say
So
friend shout outs, family shout outs, and then producer shout outs.
Shout out
Go.
anyone.
yes. So
Shout out
firstly, I wanna shout out Allah for keeping
Shout
us
out
all
Allah.
alive right now.
Shout
Shout
out
out Allah.
to
We're all alive because of him right
brother.
now. Yes. I'd like to say shout out to Ramadan for making me a better person right now.
Shout out Ramadan.
Yes.
Shout out Ramadan.
Yes, and shout out to my parents for always supporting me in whatever I do.
Yeah.
Shout again.
Yeah.
And shout out to you boys for having me on this podcast. Honestly, it was a really fun time.
Hey,
That's the
Borny
first time we
Biggas for life.
shout out.
Yeah, it's the first person to shout that out. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, and lastly, I would like to shout out all my producer friends who helped me along the way to get better at my production.
Shout out those
Right.
guys.
Shout out the boys.
Would you
And
link
if-
any of them in the description?
Yeah, and if you guys would like to be interested in listening to my music, I have a SoundCloud where I would upload
Ooh.
music. I'm in the moment still doing multiple projects to get to show how much I improved, and when I have the quality that I feel that is there, I would release my music. But as for the time
Nice.
now, but you can just listen to the current tracks I have. You can also visit my Instagram for sneak peeks and such.
Ooh.
And yeah,
Alright.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
guys.
much
Thank
for
you.
coming on the
Thank you,
podcast.
Adham. Thank
Make
you,
sure
bro.
to put any accounts anybody want to shout out just
Yeah.
quickly
Just
on
message me on message
message
Borny
the boys.
Biggas on
So now,
Insta.
I want you to give us a rating. How have you enjoyed your time on the podcast?
Yeah, so finally.
Yeah.
That's
How can we improve?
it's a straight 10 out of 10, boys. I
Hey.
really enjoyed
Thank
the time
you.
here.
Thank
You
you.
guys are
Any
really fun to
improvements?
talk to.
Yeah, any improvements?
Improvements? Actually, I don't see any improvements you guys can make it. It's just spot on, honestly. Your podcast is
Let's
spot
go.
on.
This is great.
Thank
Five-
you, gang.
5 podcasts in and we got a 5 out of 10 out of 10.
Alright,
We
man.
appreciate your
Next time, you are
time.
a 10 out of 10 guest. We loved having you. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you
And,
guys so much.
Yeah.
it's been an absolute
We'll see you guys
honour
later.
having you at hand. Real quick, I gotta give a little sneak peek for next week. We'll be seeing Ahmad on the stream, boys. We'll be having Ahmad as the next cast member.
Say next week. When are we gonna do it tomorrow?
Whenever we're doing it, we're having Adham on you, boys.
Whenever we do it,
And
it is what it is.
thank you, Adham, for being here. It's been an
Thank you guys
absolute
very
honour.
much
man.
for having me.
Thank you. See you next time,
Thank
boys
you
and
very
girls.